dancing friends. Katrina from Different Drummer Dance here, and it is a new month, which means we have a new brain dance. So this month for our brain dance, we are focusing on all things spring. So here in upstate New York, it has been an especially long winter. Feels especially long to me because it's my first winter up here, but I am willing spring to come so hard. So I am ready for it. I'm putting all of that desire into this month's brain dance. So get yourself some space. Let's get ready to dance. All right, first up we've got breath, and I want you to ask your students to imagine that in between their toes here, they have some dandelions. So they're gonna close their eyes, think of a wish, and we're gonna blow the dandelion little bits of flowers away with our breath when we close our eyes and make our wish and breathe. So feet start flexed, we breathe in, and we blow them away, and you try again. Good, you might try one foot at a time. Other one. Good, and you can ask the students for what their wishes might be. You can try this with different types of flowers and think about blowing those petals off with your breath. Now for tactile, we're going to use the imagery of rain. So in order to get all of those beautiful blooms in spring, we do need some rain. So first off, we're going to start some rain with our toes. So we might do just light little raindrop tones. Might go a little faster, thunderstorms, and then it lets back up again. And you can do the same thing on knees. You can do light raindrops. A little faster, slower. You could do this on any body part you like. Toes, knees, head, shoulders, belly, just using that tactile motion. For the next one, we're going to be moving from our core distally out. So I'm going to use the imagery of a seed being planted in the ground, and then when it gets water and sunshine and all those beautiful spring things, it grows up into a beautiful flower or some sort of plant, maybe a vegetable, fruit, anything that you can think of with your students. You can also do this one from a seated position on your backs, on your tummies, on your side. Play around with what feels good and try something new every time you do it. So you're going to start crouched down. And then like a seed grows, you start growing bigger, bigger, biggest. And then you curl back down into the ground, back into the dirt, into your tiny little seed home. Next up for head tail, we're going to incorporate a little bit of yoga. So we're going to imagine that we are a snake or maybe a snail, something that's coming out of the earth to peek up at the sun. So we're going to get on our bellies here, and just with our noses, we're going to peek up, reach for the sun, maybe look around, see what other spring things there are. So isolating that head, and then peeking back down, maybe into our shell like a turtle, all the way back down. And then for the next one, you can imagine that you are a cat or maybe a puppy dog, some kind of animal. You don't even have to be an animal. I seek out the sun in my studio all the time. So something that is going to be reaching its spine, curling in and out, and finding the sun and enjoying it and kind of wiggling around in it. So I'm going to get on all fours. I'm going to do some cats curling the back, and then some cows, like we say in yoga, reaching up, so curling the spine, and then reaching it out, maybe swishing side to side, like a puppy dog stretching out its tail, or a peacock curling its feathers, up and down and side to side for your head and for your tail. For our upper and lower, I've got some props I'm using to help us for this one. I've got little petals. These could be real petals if you've got them, leaves maybe. These are some fake ones from my local craft store, but you could grab anything really. If you've got more advanced dancers, you can ask them to hold them in what I call our ballet fingers, so our thumb and middle fingers. But we're going to be working on our port de bras for our arm section. So we're holding our petals up, we lift them up, see them with our eyes, maybe we reach for them and sway in the breeze like a tree would. If you've got multiple petals, you could work on reaching them up and letting them float down. Kids love that. So that's for the upper portion. Now for your lower portion, you can also use these petals, but you maybe change the imagery that you're talking about to being something that's more solid and more sturdy, like the stem of a plant or maybe the root of a plant. So if you're going to use these, you can stand up, maybe put them out to the side here. And now we're going to be using the lower half of our body, and we're going to reach our long, long legs like roots of a tree out to the sides, or to find those petals and back in and out and in. Or you could practice picking up and pointing, like a little pas de cheval action, picking up and pointing. So there's your port de bras for upper and your tendus, pas de cheval, something with your legs for lower. Body side is next. So for this one, we're going to lay down on one side so that we only have access to the other side, which is a little trick I like to use for this one, especially with the little ones, because it can be tricky to figure out which side you're supposed to be moving. So laying down on one side, we're going to imagine that we got super soaked. We got caught in some sort of spring rainstorm, and now we're going to try and shake all that water off. So we're going to bring one foot up, and then we're going to shake, 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 shake all the water off. You might try it again, shake, 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 shake. You might try your arm, shake, 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 shake forward, all the vein, up over your head. You might try them together, shake, shake, shake. And then whatever you do on the one side, make sure you switch to the other side as well. So shake all that rain off, shake, 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 shake. For cross lateral, you can hang on to those petals if you like, although you don't have to use petals for this one if you don't want, but we're going to be working on crossing the midline. So we're going to practice passing our petals across our midline to the person who's sitting next to us. So we can cross and pass one at a time. So sitting in a circle, maybe finding a nice piece of music that has a nice steady beat so we can pass on the music to our friends. If you want to change things up, make it a little bit more of a challenge, you can do one hand, then the other hand, or both at the same time. And again, if you have a small class or you don't have enough kids to do this in a circle, you can just practice mirroring it with your student, finding a nice piece of music and just clapping and crossing over the midline. Lastly, we've got our vestibular. So we're activating our vestibular system somehow with a spin, with a balance, with a hop. And for this one, since we're in the spirit of spring and there is rain and there's dirt and there's mud, I thought it might be fun to just kind of roll around in it, right? Earth Day is this month or last month, so you can carry that over. So basically, you're just gonna have everybody get down on the floor and have them roll around like logs, like they're rolling in the dirt. So when you do this one, make sure that everybody has enough room. If you've got like lanes in your classroom or tape, like electrical tape that you can lay out, that's a good way to encourage kids to roll in their own space so they don't knock each other. But just in case you want to know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna get down and you're gonna roll. All right, everybody, there's your brain dance. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment. Let me know if you liked it, what you might want to see for next month. Happy dancing. See ya.